Doing a video here. I'm trying to get my special delivery crate done. I need 6 more Liberate Beacon deals. I got a few other tasks here to do. Also, apparently my battery's about dead, so we might get extra leg and dropped frames. So always keep your workshop busy. I've got the Aljun going. It's going to probably get nerfed before I get it built, but nonetheless, I'm working on it. Always keep your workshop going. You know, I built an Ares in here, and I won a Hades and a super chest, and you know, you can keep meta bots simply by keeping your workshop going. You know, they're going to be a little bit behind, but they're still going to be better than nothing. So always keep that going if you can. Orkans, Gust, Scourge, Ember, Tyrans. Those are what I've pretty well maxed out. Those are all old economy. Focus on your weapons with upgrading. You're going to be way ahead if you do that and get your bots to 9. You know, I went up to 10 on some of them, but 9, 10 area is just an excellent spot to stop your bots and focus on your weapons. Once you have a lot of maxed weapons, then you can maybe focus on a bot. But they cycle through bots so quickly that it's not worth it. The Spectre and the Mercury have both stayed around quite a while, but I feel like the Ares and the Invader could soon leave the meta, and therefore they're not worth it to me to continue upgrading when they do fine right there. I'd rather focus on the weapons and do more damage, and then focus on last stands on the bots, because I can last longer by doing that than I can by upping the health. Upping the last stand helps me way more than upping 1 or 2 levels on the bot, and I can move the last stand to the next meta bot that comes in, so I feel that's a much better choice. The Mercury, I had MK2 with the intent of going to 12 simply because of the Hell Dive made it worth it to me, but then about the time I got it there, they announced the nerf was coming, and so I just stopped right there. I've got another Mercury. You can see that's no longer as big a meta, so it's moved on. I'm glad I didn't max it because it's just not being used. Hades, Inquisitor, Falcon, same way. They're just not as meta as they were. Now, on the other hand, I don't recommend selling a lot of stuff. I keep a lot on hand. I have another Spectre, Griffins, Hellburner, Strider, Ogwan, Bulgasari. That's also another one I nearly maxed before it right before it left the meta, basically. So that's why, again, I don't find it worth doing the bots as much as the weapons. I've got this Bulwark, I've got a Blitz, I've got about everything. I managed to get them from the chest or supply drops or workshop, whatever, but I don't sell them. You'll notice that. Most of these I know won't ever come back into meta. Like the Rhinos and the Lances probably will never be meta again. It's just not likely to happen. But let's go back to why I don't sell them. I never got around to maxing my Fury or Tridents, but a while ago when they got that buff, they became... So a while ago they buffed the Tridents, and then they came back into play and everybody was using Tridents. I was really happy I didn't sell my Fury or Tridents like a lot of people did. Anyways, so they're really nice to keep things around because you just never know what Pixonic is going to do. That's why I don't sell most of it. I don't work on my second hanger. This is just stuff I've transferred and moved backwards. And that's all that is. So we're going to see if we can get around here going as well. I need to liberate some beacons here in this one, hopefully. Last round I did, I got nothing liberated. So we'll see, hopefully. This can be a pretty good map. We'll see if we can get some strategy here. This isn't the spawn that I like to have. I prefer when we're down in the valley, actually. So in this one, it's going to be real important to get the center. But if you spawn down here in the valley, the most important thing you can do is focus on their home beacon right over there that I'm shooting at. That one over there is extremely important. Usually, if you can get that one, our home, and this one here, you can simply snipe across and take them out. They have nowhere to go. They have wide open space here that they can't cross. And it's too hard for them to sneak up in there to get their beacon back. So I find that usually the most effective. These Gus and Corona do pretty good damage at long range, so I might as well just pop away at them a little bit. Sometimes you get lucky and get a long-range lockdown, and that helps quite a bit. This guy's got a Griffin, so he's probably not a big threat. Our weapons are the same level as this pursuer. I hit the heal preemptively, figuring that as soon as they got him, they'd start hitting me, but that took a bit longer than I expected, so I had hoped to have the healing hit about the time they started hitting me. But nonetheless, we did get this beacon, and the biggest thing I want to do is nerf that Hades down, and then we'll focus this guy. Okay, well, we didn't get our deal I hoped to. That Alguan is hitting us. Our heal, though, is going to outdo his little missile. The Scourge, on the other hand, will hit us pretty hard, but he quit focusing us. Not sure why he did, but he must have some reason that he wanted somebody else. So we're kind of busted up on our legs here. I need another heal pretty bad. We're going to go ahead and jump up here and try to stay out of the line of fire. Those Dragoons on that Raijin with that damage boost are going to hit pretty hard. Okay, so see, sometimes there you can get a long-range lockdown. So slow with his busted legs, but I think there's a chance we can get over here and liberate this beacon. We got one. I'd like to get at least 3 this round. I don't know that it's going to happen. Here's another Falcon doing the dumbest thing ever. He should not be hitting that. I mean, yeah, he's hitting me a little harder, but he's going to take a lot more damage. You'll find too frequently what players do is they'll go into that Fangs out when they should not be doing. They just have no reason to, really, and they're just taking excess damage and not really getting that much more damage output. So when you're in a Falcon, unless nobody's looking at you, don't go into Fangs out. That's one of the most common mistakes I see with that bot. This Mercury is taking unnecessary risks, overextending himself, not counting on the fact that he's going to get deleted without even much of anything getting done by his bot. Next here, I think this is an Ares, yeah. So the Spectre's a great counter to the Ares if you can get a good shot at them with the Scourge. They just do so much damage so quickly. Oh, no Flux here. The leg is just so horrible. Okay, so he's not counting on my ability to drain him quickly at range and jumping on him. So I'm going to sacrifice this bot essentially to get him, but taking out an Ares was well worth it. Okay, there's another example of Fangs out at a very bad time. Quantum Radar, I run him on almost all of my bots for that reason. I can take out that Mercury earlier, I took out that Spectre there. I wish I had it ready, but I don't. Okay, so get in. Oh, the lag. It showed me I could get inside his shield when I couldn't, and we're gonna probably lose this bot because of that stupid leg there. But all in all, we're sitting in a pretty good spot here as long as we don't mech out. Another Ares over there. We're just gonna shield up and stay in cover now. We can get a few pot shots in on this guy. And that Bulwark's going to be pretty hard for us to take down. He's just got so much shielding. Just so much shielding. Depending what shape his front physical shield's in. It looks like he might have taken some hits already, so hard to say. Okay, he's behind cover there. We're going to see. We might be able to sneak up top here, get around. We've liberated 2 beacons now. I'd like to, again, liberate 1 more and get 3, and then I'll just have 3 left, another match. I don't really care if I take the beacon, I just want to liberate it. And if they knew where to stand down below, I believe they can hold the beacon, which it looks like they possibly do. Not sure why we started to take it and then were unable to hold it. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Walking into the wall, he's able to hold it. So somebody's gonna get him. Me, hopefully. Okay, so he won't be able to spawn back here. Again, I didn't necessarily care if I took it, but seeing as how they got our home beacon, probably advantageous for us too. so they're taking another one of our beacons. Mr. Deacons up there is a really good player, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye out here. Somewhere here we're going to have to pick up some extra beacons. We are ahead on the beacon bar, so it's not a huge rush. We definitely want to be careful we don't mech. I think I had another bot, I don't remember though. So they got some range here. This guy's got the Aojun. That's what he's using to cap all these beacons, but not a problem. We've got the anti-stealth. I know he's going to have next last stand though, so we'll just take some pot shots at him. Perfect. That's what we wanted him to do. We want to get that last stand triggered now, which we did. And now get our weapons reloaded and take him out, hopefully. Chances are he has another bot. The question is where he'll come in with that. I'm guessing he's just going to sit here and wait for somebody to go for beacon. No, he must be out of bots. Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah. So I think... Okay, bulwark. I thought he was coming with another Aojun. Usually he runs 2, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. I ran into him a bit in the past, so... this guy's gonna kill us yet. No problem, we've got another bot here. So I think if we want to get into the... Oh, that's a Fenrir. So the battle's basically over, and there we are, got a win. Well, let's take a look at our score, I guess, before we hop out. 1.3, not bad. Not bad. Vainglorious here did really well too. Let's see what he was running. So you'll notice again here the trend on a lot of these players is maybe they get it to regular 12, but they're not MK2ing their bots anymore. They're focusing more on the weapons. So that, again, that's a great idea. This guy's probably going to be full MK2. Yeah. Full MK2. Alright, hopefully that's helpful.